Earlier in our program, we gave you a glimpse of the labor situation in Central America. There, labor and immigration does not seem to be a problem at all. But here in the U.S., we are still waiting on a comprehensive immigration bill that will hopefully help keep farm labor steadily flowing here onto U.S. farms and ranches. And it's still an uncertain picture, as Neil Melancon shows us on this week's Bottom Line.
The Bottom Line is brought to you by the Cotton Board, strengthening the fiber of our industry.
2 weeks ago, we talked with Randy Bracey about the unseasonably cold weather impacting his nursery business. However, all 4 seasons, getting labor to work on his operation is a constant, as he employs about 100 people. And while there are a few people working for him from the area, he depends upon immigrant labor.
You know, we've been using H2A for about 15 years, and H2A has been, all of our key people out there are H2A workers. And to be honest with you, they've been very instrumental in us building the nursery there, because they come back every year, they train and so forth, they walk back, they walk in the position. That's the problem that our production managers have right now with planting trees, is they're not a trained crew.
Now, Bracey, who is both the chair of the Louisiana Farm Bureau Labor Advisory Committee and now on the American Farm Bureau National Committee, he's not alone in his need for labor. In fact, there's a shortfall of labor estimated at about 750,000 unfilled jobs in agriculture alone.
In agriculture, we're deficit of labor. I mean, there's no other way to put it. In some areas, they use workers that basically are undocumented to be in this country. In our state, we're very heavy users of the H-2A visa program. But we're deficit of labor to do seasonal field labor in the fields.
Fortunately, there is a bill out there to help agriculture specifically. House Ag Committee Chair Bob Goodlatte introduced the Agricultural Guest Worker Program Act to allow for temporary guest workers to keep the labor supply flowing. Unfortunately, it looks like any immigration reform is stalled for at least this Congress.
Politically, we're running into a little bit of problem that some of the people that are in conservative districts are afraid if they basically make a vote on this bill that somebody could flank them to the right and beat them out of their district. So they're trying to, I guess they're in a wait and see, and I guess the speaker might maybe take it up later on after everybody's qualified, but as of right now it looks like we're kind of at a stalemate.
In the meantime, Bracey is hoping he can get help with their big spring season at the nursery. He says there's a simple reason why the workers he does find are willing to do the jobs here.
I'll tell you what a Mexican told me one time.
Of course, while we wait for that immigration bill, farmers have to deal with the realities of immigrant labor issues, and that means regulations here in the U.S. And to that end, Mike, Kristen, we have an annual labor seminar that Farm Bureau puts on every year. It's going to be March 6th, and I know that's creeping up on us, but Brian Bro, Assistant Commodity Director, assures me that they still have time to register, and we can find all of those links on our website.
I'm sure he will have plenty of good information for all the farmers.
And that is one thing that I think Louisiana farmers can always gain knowledge on, because it seems like all the time the labor regulations are changing, and it's kind of like hitting a moving target. Neil Melancon, we're going to be looking forward to that.
Well, that about wraps it up for this week's TWILA show.
Next week, Avery Davidson and I will show you why it's a bad idea to be a chicken and mamu on Mardi Gras Day. We're going to have a lot of fun shooting that one, I can assure you.
Please tell me you are not doing, you're doing exactly what I'm
doing what you think we're doing.
Going to do. Well, and remember, you can watch any of our stories on Facebook or on our website, twilatv.org. For Neil Melancon and Kristen Oakes and all the TWILA team, I'm Michael Dana. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you again right here next week.